What the fuck is up, guys? It's Revolutionary Drama. Sorry, I had to go to a doctor's appointment. Anyways, I have decided that with my weekly, or rather, twice a week, uploads, that Tuesday is gonna be for basically recapping what's happened in the week, news-wise, and my opinion on it. And then Thursday is going to be basically any topic that's sort of relevant, and in depth about that, and my opinion on it. So, a few things before I start. If you see me looking anywhere, it's because I'm looking at my notes. And another thing about my notes, and about Tuesday videos, basically, just kind of a disclaimer thing. All of the news that I get for this segment or this video is from whatthefuckjusthappened.com, or whatthefuckjusthappenedtoday.com, and I'll leave a link in the description if I remember. But I've been following them since about February, and it's just a good little quick recap thing of what's happened that's relevant that day. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, Trump's had a voter fraud. Trump's head of voter fraud is also a paid Breitbart news columnist. Kobach has published 7 columns, most highlighting immigration and sanctuary cities, but also his own commission on election integrity. I get paid for my columns just like you're paid, Kobach said. And the source is the Hill/Kansas City Star. I'm not surprised at all. I don't think anyone should be. And honestly, it's safe to assume, he's not the only one. Because, I could have told you this kind of thing, cause just the way that they act, everyone in Trump's administration, this isn't surprising that, they're writing for an alt-right news, source. So, I just thought that was an interesting thing to start off with. Trump is expected to rescind Obama's Dreamer policy. The Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, protects nearly 600,000 immigrants who entered the country illegally as children. They'll be allowed to stay until their work permits expire, and the source is Reuters/McClatchy, DC. If I'm correct, that actually is happening now, as of I think yesterday or today. And I'm pretty sure there's a 6-month delay process or whatever, but that's happening. I think it's absolutely fucking disgusting. These people came into this country as children. They don't have a place to go, you're deporting them to nowhere. They don't have a home in whatever country that, their parents are from, their grandparents are from. They don't have a home there because they came to live here and made lives here. Some of these people are, 20, 30, they've lived entire, decades here, and you're just saying, alright, we're done with that, goodbye. It's bullshit. It's ridiculous. And, I'm pretty sure there was actually a protest today in my city for the, DACA thing, and, I wasn't able to go because of appointments, but, it's bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit, and it's unacceptable, and, I don't think the people are gonna let that happen. I will obviously update more as more gets thrown out about the story. Trump's Treasury Secretary won't commit to putting Harriet Tubman on $20 bill. Last year, Obama and his Treasury Secretary proposed to replace Andrew Jackson's image with Tubman, the famous abolitionist who helped free enslaved people. She would be the first woman on American paper money, as well as the first African American, and the source is Washington Post. Again, I think this is another bullshit thing. And it's also pretty bullshit when, Trump and his administration tries to say, oh, we're not racist, we're not racist, we're not racist. But, can't commit to putting, a woman of color who did great things, for the slave movement on the $20 bill, opposed to, keeping a fucking racist, not only a racist, but a racist slave owner on the $20 bill. That's sort of extremely disrespectful and just outright disgusting, as many of my opinions will be on this list. I really hope something's done about that, because that's it's a small thing to many people, but it's just like, you know, it's a big step kind of thing for, you know, things like misogyny and things like racism, and I don't know. I hope she gets put on it. Jim Mattis signed orders to send additional troops to Afghanistan. The defense secretary didn't specify the size of the force, but Trump previously authorized him to send about 4,000 additional troops to Afghanistan. There are about 11,000 U.S. troops serving in Afghanistan, in the source's Reuters. Again, I find this fucking disgusting. We shouldn't have been in Afghanistan to begin with. We shouldn't still have troops in Afghanistan, and we definitely shouldn't be sending more troops to Afghanistan. I don't support the troops myself, but, you know, we're invading in a country that we shouldn't have been in the first place, and, you know, a lot of right-wing conservative, like, especially old white cishet men, get really angry about this, and they're like, well, we need the troops in Afghanistan, blah, 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 when, like, you know, like, if you switch the tables around, we've never experienced that, you know, we've never been occupied like that in, you know, at least in the last, you know, 100 years, by troops, you know, just staying here on our turf, for years, you know, decades, and, it's frankly, it's tiring, it's exhausting, it's bullshit, it's, again, bullshit, so I can definitely foresee, protests about that, and then I have a few polls here. 61% of Americans have an unfavorable impression of Trump, 59% disapprove of the way Trump is handling his job as president. That's from NBC News. Just goes to show, you know, but it's, you know, what can you expect, you know, what did you expect, is really what I've been saying, especially to, Trump voters that, you know, regret voting for him. And then another poll, which I don't really hold much, you know, faith in, just because it's Fox News, regardless of the opinion. 56% of voters feel Trump is tearing the country apart, compared to 33% who say he's drawing the country together. Less than 2 weeks before Hurricane Harvey, Trump rescinded Obama's coastal flood protections, which required federal, state, and local agencies to take steps to protect infrastructure from flooding caused by climate change. The Federal Flood Risk Management Standard aims to reduce the risk and cost of future flood disasters and help ensure federal projects last as long as intended. And the source is HuffPost. Good fucking job. Good fucking job is all I can say. Because, you know, like, it's just, it's carelessness, it's bullshit. Again, that's another word that you'll hear a lot in my videos. It's carelessness. It's frankly just atrocious, you know. I don't even know what to say anymore, you know, like, that could have helped so much with Hurricane Harvey, but knowing Trump, you gotta pull everything, you need smaller government. House Republicans want to cut almost $1 billion from FEMA's disaster relief fund, which only has $2.3 billion remaining in its budget. Trump, meanwhile, is promising billions to help Texas rebuild from Harvey-caused flooding. The $876 million cut pays for roughly half the cost of Trump's down payment on the border wall, and the source is Associated Press. Republicans, what the fuck is your problem? Like, really? You hate poor people that much? Not even just poor people, you hate people affected by disaster that fucking much? You want to spend billions upon billions of fucking dollars to build a fucking wall that you know for a fucking fact won't do shit. Won't do anything. At least for what you're trying to solve. It'll do a lot in other categories. But you want to cut a program that already has, you know, a little bit of money in it, left for disaster relief. What? Y'all fucking stupid. Contrary to reports, Mattis did not freeze the transgender ban. USA Today reported that the defense secretary would delay the implementation of Trump's directive and allow transgender troops to continue serving in the military, while the Pentagon studied the issue. Instead, Mattis is doing what Trump directed him to do in his memo, which ordered the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Homeland Security to determine how to address transgender individuals serving in the United States military. Mattis has until February 21st to submit a plan for implementing the new policy. And the source is Salon/Fox. Honestly, I could make a whole video just ranting on the transgender ban as a whole. But you better make that decision fast, buddy. And it better be the right fucking decision. Because if it's not, you're gonna have a lot of other issues besides, you know, the ones that you already have. And then I have two more polls. Poll number 1. 20% of Americans under 30 approve of Trump. Obama's lowest approval rating for people between ages 18 to 29 was 42%. And that's from Axios. Again, are you surprised? No one should be. Another poll, 61% of voters oppose shutting down the government in order to fund Trump's border wall. 28% support a government shutdown for the purpose, and the source is The Hill. I swear to God, every day that we're living in 2017, and just in the age of Trump being the president, it feels like we're in a fucking dystopian novel. Like, this is bullshit. This is, like, a level of just unrealness and, like, just, excuse my ableist wording, but just the craziest shit that I've ever seen, and I think that anyone's really ever seen since, you know, Vietnam. This shit's actually crazy. But that is it. That is all I have for what's happened this week. I hope you like this video. Leave a comment for, you know, what you want Thursday's video to be about, video suggestions, you know, what topic you want me to do. Leave a comment what your opinion is on all this, or, you know, what else you want me to talk about. I'm open to anything. I'm also open to any criticisms. That's always a thing. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and until Thursday, this has been Revolutionary Drama.